So at the time, I was living in Nice, and of course, around that area, you have lots of climbs, lots of difficult climbs. But over the years, even I mean, I guess the 10 years before I got there, guys had used the Madone as a test climb. Starts in Mentone, which is really the last French village before you get to Italy. It's like 10 or 11 kilometers straight out of town, basically, and very consistent. Not not easy, but not too difficult. And just kind of became this mythical thing that people would go and see how fast they could get up it and see what their time was. And so, beginning in 1998, I started using it as a test.
When was it again? May 22nd, 2013, I believe. That me and my teammate Laura were hitting the Madone. It's a bit like the mythical climb, the Briennoord Bridge. You're probably all familiar with, but a bit more technical. So we thought, yeah, it's a perfect test actually for the Tour de ALS.
I went there in '99, just on a normal training ride. This was my first year. I hadn't even won the tour yet. Um, and I went down with heavy wheels and a jacket on and pump on my bike and saddlebag, and took it all off and did the time on my own and never went any faster. It's pretty amazing. I must have hit it on just a perfect day. What was the time? 30, 45, I believe, with a lot of watts.
Now, of course, we didn't know the climb up front, so we just took our bikes and gave it our best shot. Laura must have had the best day of her life. She did it in 22 minutes something, I believe. I did okay-ish. Of course, faster than the 30:45, but I couldn't keep the wheel of Laura. So it must have been 26 minutes something. Of course, with a 1,000 watt an hour.
And for me, I mean, the Madone was special because it was the place that I went to really discover whether or not I was ready. Like if I went to the Madone 2 weeks before the tour and went as hard as I could, I knew if I was going to win the tour or not. I mean, it always told me the right things. But had I gone and been a minute and a half slower, I would have known that I wasn't ready. Even during the scumbag, I've spent plenty of time on the Madone, testing the Madone. So it was sort of this place where it gave me the answer.
For us, the Briennoord Bridge gave a pretty good indication where we stood during the last couple of months, actually. But the Madone was really the ultimate test. So 2 weeks before the Tour de ALS, and we went as hard as we could, and we knew that we were going to make it on the Mont Ventoux or not. But had we gone, for example, 1 second, 1/2 second slower, we would have known that we are not going to make it on the Mont Ventoux. But luckily it gave us the right answer.